Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm MegaShadowFist, and I'm joined with...
Kratos, Aurion.
and Garcon, who apparently doesn't want to talk. And we're doing a podcast type thing because we felt like it.
Because you felt like it.
Because I felt like it. Anyway, we're just gonna skip the other topic because why not? And we're gonna go straight... We're gonna go straight to E3 predictions, because why not?
Oh, okay, well, we better come back to this later then.
We'll go back to it later, but...
Alright. E3 predictions. Okay, Nintendo's gonna destroy everyone.
Are you sure? Actually, I have this article that I had opened up just for this situation. Oh shit, I closed out of my Google Chrome. Well, there's...
Good job.
Apparently, I already read the article. Apparently, like, there's a rumor going on that Nintendo is supposed to be unveiling a Super Mario level creator type thing at E3.
I wouldn't believe any rumors until they're proven.
I'm just saying, take it with a grain of salt, but it is
always
a rumor.
do.
So it's worth discussion. I think it's supposed to be based off of, like, the original Super Mario Bros. Or something.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not just like NES graphics, or like with the new Super Mario style?
I think it's... I don't know. I honestly don't know. By the way, where's Garcon?
Taking a nap.
Oh, okay. He's just being an idiot.
Okay, he's still here.
I was wondering what was taking you so long to say something.
We thought he died for a second there.
There were so many things I wanted to comment on, but I was sticking to the bit. Stick to the bit. Don't laugh.
So, what are your E3 predictions, Sir Garconius?
What?
Sir Garconius. Yes, go with it.
There are no S's. It's Garconia.
Garconius. What? Okay then.
Well, I think they're gonna. Nintendo's. I don't give a shit about Microsoft, but I think Nintendo's gonna like put out the release date for Smash.
For Smash has already been.
For
oh wait,
3DS.
No, never mind.
Well, that's a safe prediction.
The 3DS release date, not the Wii U.
I'd say it's a pretty safe prediction.
I think they're gonna give them both.
I don't
There's
think
many
so.
things that I want from all three companies because...
And hopefully frickin' Atlas is gonna put something out on Persona 5.
I would really love to see a new Zelda game, but my hopes aren't very high.
Everybody's predicting that they're gonna reveal a new Zelda game.
They've already confirmed there's gonna be a new Zelda game.
They've confirmed that they've been working on it for quite some time when they announced Wind Waker HD, but I'm
pretty sure there's like an article somewhere stating that Nintendo actually said they're gonna be revealing the new Zelda game.
Really?
I think so.
Huh.
And then there's the fact that there's a little video on Nintendo's channel where there was the Reggie Fils-Aimé. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
There was a common Zelda theme to that video.
Yeah,
there was just nothing but Skyward Sword music in it.
That's because Zelda is the most musical freaking series that Nintendo has.
It was nothing but Skyward Sword music, though.
Skyward Sword wasn't that good?
And it was them talking about their E3, what's going on for E3, like their little events and everything, digital event, blah blah blah, Smash Invitational.
Hopefully.
Even with the Smash Invitational, they were playing Zelda music.
Zelda music's awesome. What are you freaking...
That's true.
Not saying that I have a problem with it.
I play Zelda music all the time. That doesn't mean I'm going to be presenting Zelda stuff at E3.
That's because you're not fucking Nintendo! Your argument is irrelevant!
That is extremely irrelevant.
Besides the point.
I mean, well, Nintendo does drop a lot of subliminal messages, so...
Every company does! It's fan rumors.
Especially Nintendo, though.
So I think it's worth noting that. As I think so, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, aside from that... Now we can go back to the Mario Kart 8 thingy. Discussion.
Alright. let's talk about that. What should we talk about with Mario Kart 8?
How is the recording feature? How does that work exactly?
Very basic.
Very basic.
What do you expect? It's built in.
Extremely basic. Well, that's the thing, though. Yes, it is built in, but I expected a little more out of it. Like,
dude, you don't even know how to use freaking Windows Movie Maker.
It's too
What would you
basic,
do with
though.
more? What would you possibly do with more?
I would use slow motion.
Oh my god! Not your precious slow-mo!
I would make my own custom camera angles and I would use slow motion. That's what I would be doing. But no, they won't let me do that. I'm limited. You're literally limited to what they deem as a replay-worthy event.
Oh, I see. Because I was wondering, because in the videos that you uploaded, a lot of the camera footage wasn't even a view as of other racers. So,
you set that.
You can designate who to feature as a driver. So, pretty much, I was playing with friends and my brothers and whatever, and they were just the other racers.
I feel sorry for you, Mega, because my levels are all over the place.
Meh.
But anyway. The other racers are all featured by default, and I just left that on because, I figure why just feature myself? I didn't race alone or anything.
Screw everybody else. I'm the freaking main attraction here.
I actually am, messing around with more of that stuff. I'm, trying to... I don't know if you guys have seen the Luigi death stare thing.
No, I haven't.
It's been on every facet of social media since the game came out.
I haven't seen it.
I'm pretty much trying to do my own version of the Luigi death stare. I'm doing a little mini compilation.
Compilation?
So, isn't that what it's called?
Compilation.
Compilation.
Whatever. Compile. That sounds really stupid, but
you don't compilate something. You compile it. You don't compilate it.
Compilation sounds so much better.
Okay, so you go and compilate me something.
Regardless, though, I'm doing one of those right now. I don't know when that's gonna be up, but because YouTube, for whatever reason, wants to take 20 years.
Compilation. Fuck you.
Yeah, I've had some weird troubles with YouTube uploading, but that's a different story for a different time.
Yeah, my troubles with it though is that I'm uploading the thing from the thing. I make the video private.
Oh, really? You're uploading the thing from the thing.
I'm uploading it as private so no one gets a sneak preview or anything. And then I edit it just to show that one part with the Luigi stare, slow it down 4 times with the YouTube editor.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm just waiting now. I've literally been waiting a day for it to finish processing.
Really?
I've done 4 of them, and one of the 4 is finally finished 6 hours ago, but the other 3 are still going.
Yeah, YouTube has been taking forever to process as of recent, but...
Yeah, it's really weird.
No,
it's a 30-second clip, too, which is really stupid.
Their stupid editor takes even longer to process than just uploading a video.
That's true.
Yeah, their editor is just goofy in general.
It's not good. It's a piece of crap. It's as basic as you could be.
That's why I don't use it.
It's more basic than Windows Movie Maker.
If it gets the job done, though, it gets the job
done. Learn how to use Movie Maker, you stupid pleb!
It doesn't have anything to do with Movie Maker. I'm uploading with the Mario Kart TV.
So upload it, then freaking download it, and then edit it in Movie Maker.
Yeah, that sounds a bit more complicated than just editing it.
I mean, if the YouTube editor works, it works. I mean, you use what works.
Yes, and then you get to complain over and over and over and over and over and over and over about how long it takes to fucking process. How many times have I heard you complain about this?
YouTube is goofy like that. I mean,
so
if they give you a feature, but they make it. They make it available,
Learn how to use real software.
Oh boy, I'm face palming right now.
Yeah.
It's a preference. I just can't not use my preferences.
Don't complain about it.
Well, I mean, what if Adobe Premiere sucked and then suddenly would you not complain about it?
I don't use it, so why would I care about Adobe Premiere?
Whatever you use.
The software I do use sucks. It sucks ass. I hate it.
Well, there you go. We both have complaints
Sorry,
about what
I don't
we're
have
using.
$500 to spend on freaking editing software.
Actually,
Neither
I use
do
Adobe
I.
Premiere Creative Cloud, which is $20 a month, which is... I mean, you can get the annual installment, which is $500, but that's ridiculous.
I mean,
subscription
in the
to use an
long
editing
run...
software.
In the long run, you're paying quite a bit, but $20 a month isn't that bad.
I'm not going to subscribe to editing software.
Speaking of preferences, this is actually completely unrelated, but are there any games that you guys are looking forward to this year?
Well, Tales of Exilia 2
No,
and Smash
none.
Brothers.
Absolutely none of them.
Absolutely none of them, of course. Smash Bros.
Tales of
And
Exilia
Hyrule
2,
Warriors.
Smash Brothers, Persona Q, Persona 5,
don't know
Tales
what
of
else is coming
Zestiria, but I don't think that's coming
That's
out
not
this
coming
year.
out this year.
Yeah,
What's not coming out this
I
year?
literally just
Tales of
said
Zestiria.
that. You would freaking
Like-
listen instead of trying to interrupt me.
I always interrupt people.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
how I
It doesn't-
process.
You're an idiot. Let's
I could
see.
pull up a Word document with my recent wants, maybe. I don't know. I have like an award document or something.
You do?
Yeah, so that way I actually keep track of what I want, because it's very easy to lose track of this stuff.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, I'm pulling that up right now. Let's see. Mario Kart 8, that already came out. Mario Golf, that already came out.
Golf sucks.
I haven't updated this in a couple months, so...
Oh,
I want
well.
Bravely Second,
Tales of
but I don't
Exilia
think it's
2.
coming out this year.
No, that's not coming
Which
out till
one?
2015 at least. At least according
Which
to the
one?
Wikipedia page. Bravely Default 2.
Bravely Second.
Bravely
They haven't
Second.
even announced that yet, have they?
Yeah, they have.
They announced it at the end
Oh,
of the
really?
first game.
Yeah.
Like in the secret
I thought that
bonus
was-
video.
Right. Oh yeah, Yarn Yoshi.
Yarn Yoshi?
You know, like, have you ever played Kirby's Epic Yarn?
Yeah,
just
that's
like-
what I was thinking of.
It's a Yoshi game designed just like that, pretty much.
And it's called Yarn Yoshi?
It's an unofficial title.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much what everyone else calls it.
They're
but
definitely gonna-
Nintendo hasn't officially titled the game yet.
They're definitely got to come out with a better name than that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yarn
Yoshi's Epic Yarn.
Yoshi's Epic Yarn? I guess, actually, I think that title would make the most sense.
The Epic Yarn series.
Yeah, it would make the most sense so that people will, I can't really think of what I was trying to say.
That people don't get it confused for something. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about either.
Yeah, that's
Or
what,
get confused
that's
with something
basically-
else.
Yeah, basically, essentially.
I wonder what
Yeah.
the Treehouse division is gonna, like, talk about at E3.
That's separate from the main presentation, right?
I don't know.
I hear about
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I doubt they'd already release a new Animal Crossing.
Well, I don't know. I've heard someone like make a theory that based on the cycles that we are due for a console Animal Crossing game, so it could theoretically
Animal
be
Crossing should not come out on
announced.
console.
What?
Animal Crossing shouldn't come out on console. That's a handheld game.
But it was on consoles first.
Okay, that doesn't make it any less of a handheld-oriented game.
I mean, they've made Pokemon games for consoles before, and that's, for all intents and purposes, a handheld game.
It's a handheld game that could be a console game. Animal Crossing should be a handheld game. It works
But I'm
much
just gonna
better.
say... you know what? I already forgot what I was gonna say now.
Good, no one wants
it.
to listen to you. Oh, they
I'm
should
just trying to think.
should finally make a freaking actual Pokemon game for console.
I agree.
Yeah. They're
Completely.
definitely,
Long overdue.
long overdue for it, yeah. Pretty much.
They should make a full-fledged Pokemon game for the consoles.
They
and
really should.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my battle simulators, and I like my freaking XD and Coliseum. Yeah, they were all right. They were fine. They weren't made by the freaking Pokemon company, but they were all right. They were made by Genius Interactive or something like that.
And plus, could you imagine how many Wii U's they'd actually sell if they freaking actually did that?
Yeah, it's the same, probably the same amount, if not slightly less
What?
than New Smash Brothers.
What would you think if they did make a console Pokemon? What would you think if they actually made it an MMO?
Well, I honestly don't think that a Pokemon MMO would work well. Poke MMO pretty much shows that.
Yeah.
I think if you make a legitimate Pokemon MMO featuring all the regions,
that wouldn't work.
And whatnot.
That would not work.
Oh my god.
Why not?
Because
I could picture it working.
All right. So what do you do whenever you finish your first region?
You go to a different region.
All right. What level are your Pokemon?
Yeah, that's true.
And going through
scale
6
it properly.
Regions. How are you going to scale it going through 6 regions? Okay, so you're going to end up beating the first. You're going to end up beating the first region with a freaking Charmander because it didn't level up enough to evolve.
Look, it's complicated, but there is a way they could make it work.
There are 2 things they could do. They could either nerf the level cap per region, and then once you start a new region, it's basically like a new game plus. Or I can't remember what my second idea was, but that's the one that I think that would
people would be complaining because they wouldn't be able to use everything that they got.
Well, they have to balance it somehow.
I do like your idea, though, Mega. I think that would be just balance the level caps and whatever else you said.
I don't think it would work.
It does sound like a good idea, though.
I don't think it would work.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to.
That kind of thing is definitely hard to pull off.
Yeah,
maybe not for the Wii U. Maybe the next Nintendo console should do that, but I think they should just do something crazy.
I got another game I want, and it's freaking Fire Emblem X Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, wait, that's not coming out this year, though, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, that's not even on my freaking that's not even on my wanted list. I don't even think
there's a release date for that.
I want it.
Yeah, I don't think there is either.
I want it.
They made a teaser trailer for that in like January of last year, and they haven't said anything about it since.
They might show it at E3 though.
I wonder.
I need to add that to my little wanted list though.
Or a turn-based RPG.
I don't know.
I hope it's like Fire Emblem.
I hope it's like Shin Megami Tensei.
I'm sure that they would have to balance it somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. Otherwise, they wouldn't freaking add the 2 franchises together like that.
Yeah,
like that Professor Layton Phoenix Wright game.
Just wait until Marth has English voice acting in that game.
Marth Marth might have English voice acting in that game because it would stick out. Like if he didn't, if Marth is in that game.
Yeah,
he will be in the game.
We never said that Marth would never have English voice acting. We were specifically talking about Smash Bros. Here.
All the more reason that he will have an English voice actor in the next Smash Brothers.
He will not. I highly doubt it.
They'll use the same voice actors the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem guy.
Yeah, if that game comes out first, then yes, they will.
It doesn't necessarily have to come out first.
If that game comes out first, then 100% Marth will have an English voice actor.
But I don't think it's going to come out before then.
It's not going to. It's probably not going to come out this year.
No, it's not going to, but they could still use the same voice actor.
My logic
necessary
is that if they didn't give him an English voice actor in Brawl, they're probably not going to do it in the Wii U
version. They're most definitely not going to do it in the Wii U version.
Because Shadow Dragon... We already went through this in Brawl, so, I mean, we're not going to go through this again, but still, though, my argument still
Your argument is invalid.
Oh, actually, while I was on Facebook, I saw this on an IGN post, and this is related to the whole Shin Megami Tensei versus Fire Emblem thing. Do you think that games are being announced too early these days?
Yeah, but it's just a super hype.
Well, I mean, Twilight Princess got announced in 2004 and came out 2.5 years later.
Was it Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword where they supposedly lost all the game data and had to restart it?
Oh, I never heard about that for either game.
Wait, are you talking... Wait, you said a glitch or a bug, or are you...
I didn't say either of those things.
What are the talking about?
How do you lose data for an entire game?
I don't know, but that's what I heard. I heard that they lost all the data for one of the main series Zelda games, and they had to start over.
I just don't understand how that's possible.
I've never heard of that before, at least not with Zelda. I've heard it with some games.
Yeah, I haven't heard that for Zelda.
I do know that can happen on the player side, though, where you run into a certain area and then save, and then boom, you're stuck and you have to start over.
I'm not talking about whenever they were playing through a demo build of the game, they lost their save data.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying,
completely different.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying the player can screw up all their data.
You're comparing apples to fish.
I've never heard of the developers losing Zelda data before.
You're comparing apples to fish.
Yes, I am.
Two completely different things.
I like to break off into random
food.
comparisons that don't make any sense, but I still do it. It's the thing I do.
You're an
The
idiot.
thing that you do.
Indeed.
Oh, actually, what are your opinions on them giving GameCube controller support for the new Smash Bros?
I think it's a dumb idea. No, I'm just kidding. I like the idea. Give him more options.
But he's pissed because he still bought two.
It does make me kind of upset though, because as he said, I bought Pro controllers already in anticipation for it, so I was just like preparing for it ahead of time.
Alright, here's my 2 cents on the whole thing. If they include it with Smash Brothers, I'm fine with it. If you have to pay $30 for it, fuck that. I'm out.
Oh, you'll definitely have to pay for it.
You'll probably have to pay for it, of course.
I bet they will do that. I'd be surprised if they didn't.
If it's more than $10, fuck you.
Well, let's think about this. Do you really think that they would make a profit if it was just $10? Let's think about this from a business standpoint here.
I don't want to think about it from a business standpoint. I want to think about what's right for me.
Do you know how many more copies of Smash Brothers they would sell if they included it with it?
Do you know how many people are going to buy it regardless of the GameCube controller support?
What if they do a collector's edition that has it in there?
When is Nintendo
with a GameCube controller and
I honestly want to know this. When has Nintendo ever done a collector's edition on anything?
Skyward Sword.
They did a freaking Wind Waker collector's edition.
Sword.
They did a Wind Waker collector's edition?
Wind Waker HD, yes.
It came with a Ganondorf figurine.
Did not ever hear about that.
I got it.
I do know about
I have
the
it in my
Skyward
closet.
Sword one though. That came with the gold Wii remote.
Also, Mario Kart 8
Who
had a blue shell.
Ganondorf statue?
People who like Ganondorf.
Ganondorf's amazing. You know, that's a good point. The Ganondorf was the weirdest choice they could have possibly made.
Yeah, I mean, why not Zelda or Link?
Yeah.
Or even like a plastic Master Sword. A foam Master Sword would be fine.
But Ganondorf.
Full Master Sword like those Minecraft swords you always see.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah. I don't personally have one, but I do have friends.
I think my friend has one too. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. Someone does though.
Fascinating.
That's
Indeed.
Fascinating.
I don't want to look at
Gandorf.
the TV.
Gandorf though is underrated.
Why is my gamepad telling me?
You mean just the character himself, or?
What are you talking about, Garcon? I don't know. I can't hear you.
I really can't. I just hear him just mumbling over nonsense.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, I figured
just because I interrupted him. But either way, though, Ganondorf, the figurine, as much as it doesn't make any sense, it's still underrated. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
I like it.
I haven't seen it, actually. I should probably Google it.
I think you can look that up pretty easily. It's just like look up Wind Waker HD Collector's Edition or something, and then you'll probably see it.
Probably. That's what I was going to do after this podcast.
Wait a minute, it's Wind Waker Ganon, too.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
considering
it
it's
is
Wind Waker.
I was asking. There wasn't a question inflection, though. But Wind Waker Ganon is goofy as fuck.
Actually, he's pretty cool.
Oh, no, he's
him.
probably my favorite incarnation of Ganon. But he's still goofy looking as fuck.
Because he's extremely... He put on like 200 pounds at least.
At least he's not the pig Ganon from the cartoon series.
Put on 700 pounds of beard.
Whoa, his beard's not that big.
Yeah, well, how did he get so much bigger from the Ocarina of Time version? I imagine that in the Lightless Realm, there wasn't exactly food to eat.
I don't know, I'm looking up a picture of him right now. I can't... That is... What do you mean 700 pounds of beard?
His beard wasn't that much bigger, he just got a belly.
Yeah, he just got a gut and his beard's like 3 inches long at least.
As
It's
opposed
not
to
a big
Ocarina
beard.
of Time, where it didn't exist.
Yeah, he didn't have an Ocarina
Well,
of
I mean,
Time.
he was in the Sacred Realm for who knows how long.
Yeah, so he grew 500 pounds of beard.
For
not
who
fun.
knows how long.
He should have grown 500 pounds of
He
beard,
did.
but he did not. He No!
Yeah, totally.
You're over-exaggerating.
I always do! Have we ever met?
No, we have not.
No,
Besides the point.
not at all.
Never.
Never ever.
Never ever.
Besides the point.
Who are you again?
Who are you again?
I'm taking
We just
a nap.
happen to be recording a podcast? Like, I don't know you.
How did we meet each other?
I'm at 30
How did we
minutes
get
because
into
of
this?
that fucked up thing at the start.
Oh, sure, now we gotta release the trade secrets here that we just completely screwed up.
No, Mega did. Not we, it was just him.
You know what? I could edit this part out and they would have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, go ahead.
Ooh. Bring it up every 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you'll be able to...
Hey, remember that time we
edit it out.
fucked up the beginning?
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic here.
Alright,
Right.
you remember that time we fucked up the beginning?
Yeah, let's move on to the next topic here. I have pre-alpha games. This was suggested by you, Garcon.
Yeah.
So I imagine that you have something that you want to say about this.
No, I'm going to bed.
Yes, clearly.
Games should
I mean-
not be released before they're finished. Or no, I said that wrong. Games should not be sold before they're finished.
Is this specifically referring to, like, games like Battlefield 4?
No.
Oh,
this
The
is specifically
Forest, for
referring to
example.
games like The Forest and DayZ.
Oh.
Pre-alpha
The Forest-
games are wrong. Well, selling pre-alpha games are wrong. And the bullshit argument I always hear is they're getting people to test the game. They're getting user feedback so they know how to update it and like take out things that people don't. It shouldn't be paid. They shouldn't have to pay to do that.
Yeah, like
I
'cause
completely agree.
I think Minecraft, they didn't start charging till beta, did they? Or
I don't know, but
official
even
release?
that's wrong. Minecraft shouldn't be. It shouldn't. You shouldn't
It was-
charge
it was
until
free.
the fucking game is done.
It was free for alpha, but I think once beta came along, that's when they started charging. I don't think it was full price though.
Even charging for beta's messed up, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't charge before the game is finished.
Alpha,
I don't think
beta,
I don't think that they should
delta.
charge for.
Did you
Shut
say
up.
Delta?
I don't think that they
Yes.
should charge for alpha, but if they have a workable beta, then maybe. So
No,
long as it's not full
beta
retail
testing-
price.
Beta testing should not be a charged endeavor. They should be paying you.
I
They
think
should be paying you. That makes perfect freaking
my
sense.
opinion
It
is that
does.
Yes, them taking away funds to help build the game, they're gonna pay you to play the alpha.
No, to test the
beta.
alpha and give them bug reports. That is what a fucking game tester does. It is a job, a paid job.
Yes, but when it's provided on like a source like Steam, no, the average person is not going to be a fucking game tester.
Okay, then they should let them do it for free.
my opinion is that
You're getting to play the game early. That is your incentive to test the game. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but this pisses me off.
I get where you're coming from, but I don't think it's right in any matter, but I think, like, indie developers especially should not do this because then they're essentially just getting money and then they're going to be like, oh, I don't have to finish the game now.
Yeah, they could just keep it in
I'm an
constant...
indie developer, I got my money, I can just go away and
Yeah, or they could
Never
just
fin-
keep the
never
game,
finished my
and
game.
they could give the game microtransactions and keep it in constant alpha or beta, and then they just
I'm
never have
thinking
to. They never have to put out the.
Yeah,
Fuck!
they've done that for
I-
a few games.
I
God
specifically think
damn
of like
it!
a game like I specifically think of a game like Cube World because that game's been in like what alpha or beta for like freaking a year or two now. I don't know if you guys have played that or seen it
yeah,
before,
I have.
but
It sort of dropped out of relevance a couple months ago, though.
yeah, I mean they've never finished developing that game and it's been in freaking like alpha or beta forever now, and I'm pretty sure you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's an example of an indie developer that shouldn't be allowed to freaking charge for alphas.
I just don't think you should charge for alpha, period.
I agree. You shouldn't do it, period. But if there's anyone that should get away with it, it should be major developers that will actually finish the game.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then, no.
But they shouldn't do it at all. That's just my opinion, though.
If anything, that's the exact opposite of that's okay.
What?
I don't think that indie developers should do it because they're unreliable. Yes, that's true. I don't think that big companies should do it because they already have the money to finish the game. So they shouldn't be charging for it.
Big companies have to.
They specifically should not be charging for it because they already have the money to do it.
What if they... But
That's
if you
true.
know the big company will actually finish the game,
though.
Oh,
What if they shouldn't be charging for it?
Let me finish.
They have the money to finish it. They're going to finish it. They shouldn't be charging for it.
What if they discount the game if you buy it in alpha or beta? If it's a big company, you know they'll finish the game. It's not like an indie developer that won't finish their game.
Whenever you do something
But
like
they'll
that, it's
discount
because you don't have the money for it. Or at least it should be because you don't have the money for it. But even then, you shouldn't do it.
But if you...
Especially whenever it comes to discounting the game, that means you're trying to pull in more funds at that point in time.
A major developer will finish their game.
A major developer does not need the money.
Guaranteed. What?
A major developer does not need the money for a freaking early access game.
Yeah, well, you never know.
What? What do you not know?
You never know when they might need the money.
They should only... I shouldn't even say this.
I get it. I agree with you. I'm just saying. I'm making a point.
You have no point!
That a major developer shouldn't discount an alpha.
A major
buy it early.
I don't care who they are. Nobody should sell a game before it's finished.
I'm saying that if they have a discounted price for beta, it's fine.
No, it's not. It's still wrong.
You are too cheap to buy Minecraft, so your opinion is irrelevant.
I wouldn't trust an indie. I would trust a major developer, though. That's all I'm saying.
I think a major developer doing it is more shady because they already have the money to spend to make the game. So why would they do it? They're just getting free beta testing. That's all it is. It's free beta testing. No, they're not just getting free beta testing. They're getting free beta testing plus you spending money on the game.
Yeah,
it's wrong.
Pretty much.
Anywho, let's see.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, which one's ready?
Topic. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pick a random one from the list. Voice acting, sure. I don't know.
I love voice acting.
You love voice acting? Oh, everyone loves voice acting. Could you imagine like a Zelda game with voice acting though?
No.
Yes.
It shouldn't have it ever.
I don't think that a Zelda game should ever have voice acting. Oh,
I think it should.
I don't know.
Okay. If a Zelda game ever has voice acting, it's just going to make people think of the CDI games.
Well, not if it has good voice acting.
If it's a good voice acting.
Yeah.
Is Nintendo really known for good voice acting? I mean, listen to Mario Sunshine.
That's freaking Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and Bowser.
What? It's the same company.
No, Mario's not supposed to be like taken super seriously anyway.
Zelda! Just they tried too hard for it to be taken super seriously.
You won't believe
Zelda's taken very seriously.
You won't believe how seriously I've taken Twilight Princess.
Yeah, Twilight
that game
Princess.
Was freaking...
Twilight Princess tried very, very hard to be taken seriously.
That game was the greatest freaking Zelda game I've ever played.
No, not even close.
I think that most people actually took Zelda very seriously.
You can't take a game that has a character like Tingle in it seriously. I don't care what's in it.
Twilight Princess didn't have Tingle in it, though.
I mean, there's such thing as comic relief characters, but you can still take a thing seriously regardless of just one minor fucking character.
Did Skyward Sword have Tingle in it?
No, I don't think so.
No, but Skyward Sword...
Okay, so the last two major Zelda games have not had Tingle in it, then.
Skyward Sword tried too hard, though. And didn't really
Did you say Skyward Sword?
Did I? I meant Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword wasn't very good to begin with, but Twilight Princess tried too hard to be dark and serious, and it just didn't hit all the marks.
Right.
Especially with a main character like Zant.
Zant was great, though.
He just tries to be all dark and brooding. He's this badass character that you can't hope to defeat, and then whenever you fight him, he's like a helpless child.
Psychopath. I mean,
randomly swinging his swords around. He's worthless.
I thought he was a great character, actually. I would have loved to have had him as a assist trophy in Smash Brothers.
Zant was the biggest letdown about Twilight Princess.
Huh.
Well, that and playing as the stupid fucking wolf.
I thought that was actually amazing.
I hated playing as the wolf.
Wolf was great.
The only good thing about Twilight Princess was Midna.
Midna.
Midna was a great character.
The best companion character in the entire series.
No, Navi.
What are you talking about? Navi was the best. What are you talking about?
Are you freaking Hey! Listen!
I actually like Tattle.
Watch out! What?
I actually like Tattle.
Yeah, Tattle's way better than Navi.
Yeah, she was a less annoying version of her, considering you only heard just a bunch of bells as opposed to, hey, listen!
Tattle has more character, though. Tattle has way more character.
That's true.
Tattle's
that's true.
description of enemies is like what she would actually say. It's all sarcastic.
The thing is, I didn't even know about that because I never really looked at enemy descriptions in my Majora's Mask playthrough.
Well, I
haven't
haven't looked at enemy descriptions in a long time either because I already know how to fight them. But I'm saying, like, I still remember from the first time I played it.
Yeah, I don't. I phased all those memories out.
Well, that's my favorite Zelda game, so.
It's my second favorite Zelda game.
It's one of my... I don't think I really have a favorite, actually.
My favorite is Majora's Mask. My second favorite is Link's Awakening.
I don't really do favorites, though, for anything, actually.
I definitely do a lot less favorites than I used to.
Gonna get a lot of hate for this. Don't really like A Link to the Past.
You don't?
It's not one of the best ones.
I don't prefer it for 2D. I prefer the Game Boy ones for 2D Zelda games myself.
Most definitely. The Game Boy games are so superior to A Link to the Past.
I even prefer Four Swords over A Link to the Past, honestly.
I don't know why, because it just has the Zelda formula. But why are we talking about Zelda so much?
Because why not?
What was the topic that started this again?
Voice acting, and then I was like, oh, Zelda with voice acting.
Yeah, because that's totally where I wanted to go with voice acting.
Well, that's where we went. That's where we went.
Do we want to keep talking about this since we just detoured completely off that topic?
No, what did you want to talk about with voice acting specifically?
I love it. Everyone hates it for no reason.
I mean, there are some really bad examples. Arkwright's Fantasia, Young Reed and Tales of Eternia.
All of Tales of Eternia.
No.
Oh, I would say that, although it does sound a bit amateurish, I wouldn't consider it bad, per se.
A few voices in Tales of Symphonia are horrible.
Okay, what?
I consider Tales of Symphonia to have great voice acting, actually.
It has.
What had bad voice acting?
It's above average, most definitely.
Okay, but what were the bad voice acting moments that you're talking about?
All of Colette and Presea's lines are horrible. A lot of
that's
characters.
Script.
Well, I mean, Presea was like a mindless person for quite a bit of the game,
not
so you can't really fault.
It's not quite a bit. She was mindless for maybe
that's
2
a character.
hours.
I mean, it's just her character. You can't really blame a character.
Okay, then they should have got somebody who knows how to voice that kind of character like they did in the Japanese version.
But what?
Tara Strong was a very experienced voice actress, even at that time.
That doesn't. Okay, I can be the most experienced person in the world. That doesn't mean I can do all roles.
She fit Presea's voice perfectly. I don't know what you're talking
fitted
about.
Pretty well.
I don't think so.
But then again, Garcon can be very strict. Sure, I think you can be a bit unfair towards English voice acting to begin with.
Well, yeah, because a
lot of people are, and that's what freaking bugs me. Because I don't.
English voice acting.
I have to listen to it in my language. If I hear anything else, I'm gonna freaking hate on it.
I don't hate English voice acting.
The one game that I refuse to play with anything but English voice acting is Dragon Quest VIII. That game
why specifically?
That game, like, the voice acting in that game makes the story.
Generally, the voice acting in a lot of games makes a story, and if I don't hear it in my language, and it's like everything loses its meaning.
Generally, I prefer
Well, I
Japanese voices
understand
for
Japanese,
stuff,
so
but I tend to lean towards English, with the exception, like, the only things that I can think of that I would prefer English over Japanese are Dragon Ball Z related stuff, because I cannot stand the Japanese voice acting for that.
I like the Japanese voice acting more, and I hate the stupid, stupid jokes that they try to put in every time the camera is focused on someone else, so that they can make it look like that person's not that, like the person off screen is talking.
That and Kiki's Delivery Service, for some reason, I can't watch the Japanese version. I have to watch that in English.
I don't like that. Does that bug the crap out of anybody else but me? Like, it's so annoying.
What?
Like, they'll have two characters talking to each other on screen, and then like it'll flash. Like, let's just say Trunks versus Frieza. Whenever like the Cell Saga started, or the Android Saga.
Yeah.
It'll show Frieza.
Yeah.
It'll show Frieza, and then you'll hear Trunks' voice, but the camera's not on him. And in the Japanese version, there's no talking.
Yeah, they did that when Vegeta killed this random. When Vegeta killed this random trucker, and when he was fighting Android 18 for the first time. Like, he just completely destroyed this truck. And in the DBZ Kai edit, they kept him alive by saying something like, "Hey, my truck," or something like that.
DBZ
My truck!
There's no Z.
That's Funimation, though, wasn't it? That wasn't... Or whoever freaking dubbed it, 4Kids. I don't know who freaking dubbed it, but...
It was fun. I think it was both for Funimation and 4Kids.
No,
Ocean did...
4Kids
Ocean
didn't
did
have
what?
anything to do with Dragon Ball.
No, they didn't.
Oh yeah,
what's your
opinion on the Ocean dub?
The Ocean
Garcon?
dub is horrible. Funimation is way better than the Ocean dub.
Well,
I do like
Funimation
the Ocean dub of a Vegeta, though.
Funimation... Yeah!
Yeah, I mean, anything's better than the Malaysian dub, though.
Funimation is actually one of the better dubbers.
I really like Funimation. I think they are very good at dubbing English voice. And I think the problem, though, is when people hear English voice actors for the first time, they expect them to sound exactly like the Japanese counterparts.
No, that's not.
Which is
that's
stupid.
Not at all true.
I think it is true.
The character
that's what I hear from all the complainers. Though.
I expect the character to have a fitting voice. 4Kids, shitty fucking dub job, amazing character, amazing ability to fit a voice to a character. The dub job is still crap, but they definitely know how to fit a character to a voice. Like the One Piece
like
dub,
Yugi and freaking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was actually kind of crap, but the One Piece dub.
Come on.
No, actually, Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, the dub job was crap as usual, and stupid edits that they do throughout the entire series were awful. But they do know how to fit a character to a voice.
I think that Funimation knows how to do that very well, too. And they provide good voice acting to boot.
Yeah.
But, the One Piece 4Kids dub is way better than the Funimation dub.
I think I would disagree on that, actually.
I have no opinion. I've never watched
They're
One
much
Piece.
better at, reciting their roles, but the characters are not matched as well.
Well, they don't really fit the Japanese voices very well, but what are you gonna do? They're voiced by two different people.
No, I'm talking about from Funimation to 4Kids.
Still voiced by two different people.
Yes, it is. I'm saying that the 4Kids people definitely know how to match a voice better.
Well, all I'm going to say is that if there's a choice between English and Japanese, I will choose English 100%, no matter how bad the voicing is. I don't even care.
Really? I tend to lean towards, well, I guess it's mostly just an anime thing. For, anything else, I tend to lean towards English, but for anime, specifically, it has to be Japanese for me.
Same thing for that. If there's an English dub, I will watch that over the Japanese.
I'll play and watch everything in English 9 times out of 10.
The only time I ever watched Japanese. Yeah, I was about to say, what the heck are you talking about? The only time I watched Japanese.
Whenever I was playing Tales of Symphonia for the first time, I'll have to stick to freaking English.
That game we're going to be talking in circles if I say what I have to say, but
whenever after that I got an undubbed version of the game and I freaking played with Japanese voice acting in Chronicles.
The only time I'd even choose Japanese if that was the only option. That's the only time.
I hate there's one role of Johnny Young Bosch's that I hate, and it's freaking Emil.
Well, that was the character, though.
I know, but I still hate it. I hate it so much.
I honestly thought he was going to be voicing Jude in Exilia before they announced the voice actors. I was just like, oh, he'd fit Jude perfectly.
How would he fit?
Because I could imagine that voice the guy voice coming out of Jude's mouth.
I could not imagine a voice like his coming out of Jude's mouth.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, well, I could do a different voice.
Yeah, he could definitely do. I couldn't see him as.
I really wanted Cam Clark to be Alvin, though.
Honestly, apart from Mila, the voice acting in Exilia was superb.
My brother complained about Mila too, but I thought she was fine.
She was.
I haven't played Exilia,
all right. Everybody else was really good.
Well, I liked Alvin's voice actor. I was still disappointed he wasn't Cam Clark.
Alvin was fantastic. Alvin was one of the better.
He was
examples.
Fantastic. He was very good.
He was one of the better.
But that still doesn't stop the fact that I was disappointed it wasn't Cam Clark because he has the Kratos costume in the game, and Cam Clark is the voice of Kratos.
I'm surprised they didn't get Yuri Lowenthal anywhere in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been talking about voice acting for like 20 years here, so.
Well, actually, we're running out of time anyway. So
I'm almost at an hour.
My audio track is at 46 minutes, so
yep.
I think we'll just do our outro here. Thank you guys for joining me.
Well,
this was a very interesting podcast.
Well, yeah, it's like 95% talking about voice acting. Let's say 3% talking about freaking pre-alpha games. 20 seconds of Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, we really brushed over Mario Kart.
I'm just gonna say the replays are crazy. I don't know if I already talked about that, but they're crazy and they're very basic.
I don't know what you're expecting.
I was expecting very basic stuff too. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me, and
just you?
What
a prick! We're just like background furniture.
Your background furniture, easy to be replaced.
Indeed.
I'm gonna be here next time, and I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
Anyway, you guys gonna freaking say bye or not?
Mario Kart needs more features on their replays for YouTube.
Bye or not?
I'm Kratos Aurion.
Okay, Garcon says bye or not, and I'll just take that as a bye from Kratos.
I wanna play Smash.
Anyways, bye guys.